Hello everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. Hope all you and your family members are keeping safe. This is Pawan Kumar Tiwari and I'm heading the sales department here at Capricorn. Along with me is Shivendra Saxena. Who,
Hello everyone, this is Shivendra.
he's the manager for technical department. He's handling all the technical related queries. So the agenda of this webinar is to take questions pertaining to the new changes that is there with the CCA route chain, which is about to expire on 5th of March 2024, right? So we are getting a number of questions daily, every calls regarding the same. So we are here to address all your questions. So we would request you to put all your questions which is there in your mind in the comment section on the YouTube channel itself. So we would start with few questions that we already have here. Okay. So the first question which is asked every time, that what is this new change with respect to route chain. Now the CCA's root chain is about to expire. So this is the basically in a family tree, you know that the topmost root chain is there. So that is the government's root chain. Just below that, all the certifying authorities root chain is there, and then the third digital signature would be of the subscriber or the applicant. So the top parent chain of the government is about to expire. So entire certifying authorities, whosoever is under the controller of certifying authorities, will have to implement this new route chain, right? Now the second question which was asked was, how does it impact your stock which you have purchased prior to 5th of March? Now there will be no changes or no impact to your existing stock, except for the fact that the days, for example, if we issue a certificate for 2 years, that means in totality it is somewhere around 730 days, right? 365 multiplied by 2, which is 730. Now if you have issued any DSE after 5th of March 2022, which is like 2 days back, so instead of 730 days validity, your applicant would be left with 728 days. That is the entire idea, or that is the crux of what the changes have been there in place. Now in order to compensate for the remaining 2 days, we have come up with one solution which is already prescribed by CCA in their IVG guideline. If you want to sort of look yourself what is the new changes, or what is the guideline that they have already prescribed, so you can refer to the page number 8 under the point which says key pair generation. So to be precise, it is the third point, so you can refer that part. So we will be, what we are going to do is that, for example, we will be issuing those DSCs for 728 days only, for which we are going to take consent both from our channel partners, resellers or associates, as well as the end customer who is paying for that DSC or who is applying for that DSC. So the end customer has to know that he has paid for 728 days of validity instead of 730 days, right? For the remaining 2 days, as soon as his certificate gets expired, we will reissue him a certificate for the remaining 2 days in order to compensate that loss. For that, whatsoever is the methodology which is already prescribed under CCA IVG guideline, we are gonna follow that path, right? Now there is one more question, that what will happen if we issue the DSC in the old route. So our old route is like CCA 2014, and the new route which is about to which is
Capricorn 2020.
Capricorn 2022, right? So if we continue to issue the DSC in the old route, the DSC would work perfectly fine because it has been integrated across all the platforms, across all 39 to 40 or maybe 45 or more than that, all the websites, and they're working absolutely fine for the past 5 to 6 years. So they will continue to work as it is. The only thing is, now next question they ask is that what will happen if we issue the DSC in the new route. So in order to issue the DSC in the new route, we have already implemented that in our system, as you can see, but it is not live yet. It is on the disabled mode, right? So in that case, you will not be able to use those certificates until and unless this entire route chain, the new route chain, is integrated or propagated through entire websites of the government. Okay, till that time we'll have to wait, and the duration, it could be like 2 to 3 months. Within that time frame, we will be able to sort of get it propagated through all the websites. We are already in touch with the government agencies, and the process is underway. Now, people generally ask that when will this new route be implemented on all portals? As I told you, every government website or every government department has their own way of working. So we have already initiated the process from our end. Now it is something that every department takes their own sweet time. But still we are trying hard to get it as soon as possible so that we can issue the new routes. Why? Okay. Now, are we going to issue 3 years validity certificate with respect to new route chain? Yes, of course. Once it is integrated across all platforms, we will be in a position to issue 3 years validity certificates. Okay. Yeah. Now
Okay.
there is one more question which Shivendra, I think, will be able to get.
Okay.
Will ask.
So here the question is coming. Why are we not providing? Why not providing the Capricorn 2022 new route certificate right now? And why is that option unclickable? See, if if we open that option like Capricorn 2022, and you will issue the certificate for the end user for the Capricorn under Capricorn 2022, and that certificate will work not anywhere. Issue is that because that certificate is not integrated with any of the portal right now, and if someone client will issue that certificate and they can use the certificate, and then this will be the biggest issue from your end and for your client also. So we have just overcome this solution because we are not given that option, because that certificate is not working from in any of the portal. So, and why is that option is unclickable? Because the old route is available right now, and that validity period is up to 5/3/2024. So we have to wait for some time for the integration process. Once the integration process is completed, we will provide you the that option for the 22 Capricorn 2022 option. So you can issue your certificate according to your like 2 years or 3 years, whatever you need. So that was the answer of that question.
Now we have a question from Invest India Financial Services, who he's asking, when will new route start? So, uh, as I told you in my previous conversation also, that the new route we have already implemented in our system. It's just that it has to be integrated on across all the government websites, so that we could start delivering on those new route chain. Right now, for that we'll have to wait. Now, how much time is it going to take? As I also mentioned, that every government department takes its sweet time to integrate it, but generally we are already in touch with them. So we are anticipating like within 2 to 3 months we'll be up and ready, and we'll go live with the new route chain. Second guest is, I guess, Kaushik Bhalotia ji. Now Kaushik Bhalotia ji also have the same question, which was asked by Invest India Financial Services. How many days will it require to issue DSE under new route, which will work on all regulators' website? Kaushik ji, again, the same answer would be there, that it should not take more than 2 to 3 months to, sort of issue it. On like 2 to 3 months is the maximum time that we are anticipating as of now. Now, Invest India Financial Services has another question: how we have to take consent from client. Now, for that mechanism, we have already implemented that feature in our Capricorn.cash portal, that while creating the DSCs, right, you first of all, the reseller or the channel partner or associate, whosoever is creating the DSC from Capricorn.cash portal, will have to give a consent. So this consent is at the point when you are initiating the order, right? So once you are initiating the order, we are taking consent that yes, you are fully aware that you are taking it for less than 730 days time period. And as you already know, that once the order ID is generated, an email is sent to the customer with the order and the applicant ID details. Right now, in that case, in that same email, wherever your client gives the email verification, So a consent will be taken from the client itself. You want
Okay.
to add something more
Yes,
to
yes,
it,
yes,
Shivendra?
yes. Okay, we have a we have some images like we have to show you, like first of all, ready to download. We need to show. Okay, here you can see the screen on. There is a root cert. If your certificate is not downloaded after before 5/3/2022, so you have to see in your, if you not download the certificate right now, there's a lot of certificate are there. It is not downloaded yet. So there's an option in your order, CA root. You can open your certificate if your order isn't ready to download. It is not downloaded before 5/3/2022. You will show that option in the on your order. There's a root certificate. Like you have to select your certificate on that option, like old one and new one. Right now the new certificate CCA 2020 is not unclickable, because the repercussion which will happen after the if you issue the certificate with Capricorn 2022, that certificate will not work anywhere. So we have to stick with that option, and we have to take consent from you and your client. Once you click on the Capricorn 2014, that consent, it is mentioned in the screenshot, as you can see. You can see in your portal too. You have to tell your client that that certificate will validate only on 5/3/2024. After that it will get invalidated. That certificate will not work anywhere, like in Adobe Reader or in whatever your website you are using. That certificate will not work. This is not for Capricorn side. It is for the all CAs in India. If they issue the certificate after 5/3/2022, that 2 year certificate will not work in any of the website after 5/3/2024. Okay, so here one more questions. A lot of questions are coming. Vishnu Associates. Okay, if we issue today and expiry is 5/3/2024, so what would be the loss of days? Okay, that answer I think much better given by Pawan sir.
Thank you, Shivendra. Vishnu Associates has this the same question, that what about the loss of days if we issue the certificates today and expiry is 5th of March 2024. So Vishnuji, according to the CCA IVG guideline, and I've already given you the reference that you can also check from the page number 8 of the CCA IVG guideline, under the point which says key pair generation. So it's a third point to be precise. So it says that CA can CA can issue the certificate for the remaining days. So let's say if you have 2 days of loss from 730 days, right? So after the expiry of the DSC which you are issuing today, so from today 728 days will be counted and the certificate would be valid for 728 days only. Now for the remaining 2 days loss, we will be compensating you by giving 2 days extra DSC with the new route chain, not with the existing one, because for the existing, that is the old route chain, it will expire on its stated date, which is 5th of March 2024. I hope I have answered your question, Vishnuji. Now, the second question is from Anup KK. Anupji, greetings. He's from Railon, Kochi. And if we processed a DSC on 5th of March through old route, still the error applicant's consent pending arise. What to do then? So I think Shivendra has already answered you the question by with the help of a screenshot of the Capricorn.cash portal. So there is a provision. Please revisit that page and you will find the same. If you are still having issues how to do it, our technical team would be much more happy to help you out in that case. Now we have a question from L&L Creatives. Dear sir, we have downloaded two DSCs today, but it is expiring before 2 years. What about it? So for LLL Creatives, I would like to reiterate again that for the remaining 2 days, we will compensate it after the certificate reaches its final expiry date. So after that, we will again reissue you with the two for remaining 2 days according to the CCA IVG guideline, which is already stated there. Now we have more questions coming in.
16.
Okay. Now, will our old certificate work after the new route integration? Yes, definitely. Your old certificate would continue to work till 5th of March 2024, even if the new route certificate is integrated. and it will continue to work as it is because it has been already integrated. The reason why we are not issuing you the new root chain as of now is very simple, because it has not been propagated or integrated across all the government platforms which you continue to use as of now till date. So once it is live there, once it is integrated, we will definitely go live with it as soon as we can. Okay, now we have few more questions. When will be the new route be implemented on all portals? This is the same question that I've answered just now. So it should not take more than 2 to 3 months. This is what we are anticipating. But as I told you, that for working with government, they take their own time to get it integrated. But still, we are chasing them, and we are trying our level best to get it as soon as we can. Maybe from next month, or maybe next to next month, we would go live with our new route chain. Again, we are having the similar types of question. Will our old certificate work after the new root chain integration? Yes, of course, it will continue to work as it is. Okay, so Kaushik Bhalotia ji, again, he has one question for us, which is, since new root DSC will be effective in 2 to 3 months time, till then we have to issue DSC in old route. So if I issue a DSC after a month, I will get validity date of 23 months only. Yes, you are absolutely correct that if you issue a DSC after 1 month from the date, uh, which is like 5th of March 2022. So if you are, let's say, if you are issuing a DSC on 5th of April 2022, so it will have the validity of 23 months only. And after the expiry of this 23 months, for that particular applicant, we will again reissue him or her or DSC with one more 1 month validity. Okay. Okay, all right, now let's move on to next question.
Will both hold in work simultaneously?
Now there is one more question which says, with will both the old and new route work simultaneously? Yes, it could work simultaneously. So as long as the validity is there, it could work simultaneously. Okay. Now, with respect to pricing, we have one question which says, will the price decrease if the validity decreases? If we are giving you a validity lesser than 730 days, so eventually the price should decrease. This is what a question has been put on to us. I don't think so. The price would decrease because at the end of the day, we are gonna compensate you for the remaining days loss at the end of this year. Okay, at the end of the expiry of those certificates, we are going to compensate you for the remaining days which initially was not issued to you with a new route chain implemented. So there is no point decreasing the price of the certificate just because of the validity of the certificate lessers down. Okay, again we have the same question, how does it impact our stock? I- as I told you in the beginning also, that it does not bother your stock at all. It is not going to impact your stock. Whatever stock you have, you can continue to use that stock. It's just that till the time we get it till the time we get all the new route chain integrated across the entire platform, you can continue using the old route chain with the DSE. So the methodology and the operations, or you can say the processing part of issuing a DSE, remains entirely same. If there is any changes, you'll come to know in our later session also. It is not the only webinar that we are doing today itself. We will be coming up with many more webinar sessions like this, so that your questions are addressed properly. I think these are the same questions which are getting repeated again and again. Will our old certificate work after the new route integration? Yes, definitely. The old certificate would continue to work even after the new root integration. And okay, now there is one more question. What if we created DSC with new root chain and it is not working? Can we re-download it with the old root chain? Yeah, Shivendra, would like to answer?
Yes, yes. See, if there's a no possibility, because in the meantime we are giving the option of the CCA 2014 right now, because in the 2-3 months of the gap we are coming for the we are going for the integration process with that with our team. And there's a we are contacting with the government websites like MCA, GST, income tax, or most of the tendering websites. We are already in touch with them, with their technical persons, and we are asking with them to integrate our certificates and CCS certificates too, because most of the CCS certificates not integrated yet now on the portals. So we are trying to contact with them directly with our team. So there's a process which is going, and it takes some time to integrate integrate our certificate in all the websites. So you have to wait for some time. Whenever the certificate will work, it will we will ensure that ki, if your certificate will not work of the old, if you issue new certificate, new root certificate, so we will help you out with that process. We will they will take time, like 2 to 3 months, 2 to 3 days, and we will ask with that particular website to integrate that our certificate on the portal. Because in the starting of the Capricorn's time, when we are licensed certifying authority, we are getting the same thing which we have done right now, because we have contacted on them on the websites for issuing for integrating the certificate. So we have the contacts, so we will ensure that that certificate will work on the website. So it's not take that to you have to download the certificate. Okay, now it is asking Mr. Kaushik Bhalotia ji asking for something. So after expiry of old route DSC on 5th of March 2024, will applicant have to again do eKYC for reissue of compensatory days? Uh, there's a verification process, of course. There's a verification process as per CCA guidelines. Remaining validity period, we will give you so you have to take a one authentication process like applicant confirmation. The applicant have to confirm on the portal. They have to do, I think, maybe the mobile verification, or something like that, mobile, email, or video verification, something like that. We will give you that option for the authentication. Once the authentication will complete, you can download your DSC with remaining period of time. Okay, now one more question is coming from L L L and L L and L and L Creatives. How we can extend remaining days in DSC? Okay, okay.
So, this question was also addressed, that how can we extend remaining days in DSCs? No, you cannot literally extend the remaining days with the old route chain. Yes, but definitely once we are talking about the compensation part, so after the certificate has reached its expiry date, from thereafter we can issue you for the remaining days in the new route chain. So this is the way of extending the certificate's validity. I hope it is clear to LLN creatives. Are there any more questions? Or hopefully we have covered all your questions with respect to this new route chain coming into picture. If there are any, we will take more questions. Otherwise, we will have to wind it up in the next 5 minutes. Okay, again the same question is there. Will the prices decrease if the validity decreases? No, there is no point of decreasing of the prices, because the company, Capricorn Certifying Authority, is ready to compensate you for the loss of days. And so there's no point of reducing the pricing part on it. Will the new route be implemented across all certifying authorities, or it is only for Capricorn CA? No. See, this is something to do with the government, which is the controller of certifying authority. So if the government's route chain is about to expire, that means it will have to be implemented across all the certifying authorities whatsoever. I believe on CCA's website there are almost 17 certifying authorities listed as on date. So entire 17 certifying authorities will have to undergo through the same phase which Capricorn has to go through. So this goes across all certifying authorities. It is not something which has to do with Capricorn only. So if you have multiple logins, then probably if you are using Capricorn along with some of our competitors login also, so maybe they would be also in a position to help you with your queries. But most likely we think we have already answered almost all of them. If you still have any questions, you can put across to us on the comment section on your YouTube channel itself. All right, so we have one more question. Uh, Kalpkash from Kalpkash Solutions. New CCA root certificate was issued on 2nd Feb. Are we running behind to incorporate with the portal? So for Kalpkash solution, I would like to, sort of ensure you that this was issued on 2nd of Feb. Yes, of course, but we are not running behind incorporating with the portals. In fact, we are chasing the government. We are already in talks with them. It's already in the discussion phase, and it has been, from our end, the system has been developed in Capricorn's portal. Now the root chain has to be integrated through the government's portal. So there are not there is no sort of lesser amount of government portal. It has somewhere around 39 to 45 or maybe more than that government website where this new root key is to be implemented, right? So but we are still trying hard to get it done within 2 to 3 months of time period. This is what we are hoping, and this is our anticipation that we will be able to do it within that time frame. So there is one more question from Pratibha Agarwal. So Pratibha ji, will the issue DSA has any implication because of the new route? If we if we provide you with an option to download the DSA in the new root chain from today, yes, definitely there will be implications because it has not been propagated or integrated across all platforms of the government site. But once we have integrated in, let's say, few websites also, so we will give you a provision to issue the certificates with limited websites. For example, majority of the websites like MCA, ROC, you have GST, DGFT. So we will try to get this new route chain integrated on priority with them so that the business does not get affected. But yes, once we have sort of got this integration done with all the platforms, then probably we will go live with the new route. Maybe hopefully we would go live in the next month itself. So this is what the current situation is. So you don't even have to bother about it because company is well within its rights, and the company is at a very good position. We have already positioned ourselves to all the government website. We are already in talks with them. So hopefully we are also trying it to get the integration done by next month itself. Are there any more questions? Or we'll have to wrap up this session because, and stay tuned because you'll be having one more session in Hindi around 4 p.m. today. So if you have any questions, you can keep it with yourself and you can ask in the later session also. We hope we have addressed all your questions that was there, and thank you so much for joining us on this small notice of this webinar session with respect to new road chain expiring dated on 5th of March 2024. Thank you. That was all from